she'll be picking the lashes, so she'll be plucking them off. Hey, I said, Madam, sit down before you fall down and calm down. She was afraid that the guy was dead or dying. And she said, let her call his children. I said, Madam, calm down. He's coming out of anesthesia. Give him time. But I could feel her pain. I could feel her anxiety. And I started yabbing her. I said, Madam, ordinary, see how you are freaking out. We are all here. You are doing like this. She started trying to. I said, bring your phone. Let me snap you and snap and send to your children. Calm down. Nothing's happening. So eventually discharged him, and he's done very well. And that is service. It wasn't free surgery. He paid me for that surgery. He paid a lot of money for it. But he feels that he got value for his money. He paid me for my time. He paid me for my skill. And I operated on him. But that is what we do as patient. Whatever we do brings value. You make tiger nuts. You make it, it's really nice, it's really tasty, it's really good. And it's so shade. Then I finish speaking, and they give me one bite, and I guzzle it, and I'm like, my God, what will heaven be like? You added value. You are making smoothies. There are some. My husband is allergic to slappy's fruits. So anything you say is fruit, he just tell you, I don't want. I have to eat it first and tell him it's not snapping. Eat before you collect. Then you make this your smoothie. It's so nice, it's so fresh, it's so clean, and it's so keen. And there's one woman that makes parfait. She lives in like 12 estates away from where I live. I will drive my car, go and wait for her to come back from school run, to come and open her house and bring out parfait for me. I will collect it and I will go home and sit down. Is she the only one making parfait in Enugu? So she's adding value. So a nurse, one of my nurses told me, that forget all those things. If you eat this one, that you're stuck. So I tried it and I got stuck. Then I told myself, I'm not stuck. And I left her. Praise the Lord. You make dresses. You know, sometimes you see tailor. They sew this dress for you. You'll be looking at the dress. You really can't think what was in this person's mind when he was making this dress, because it's not clear. Is it that the person thinks that this my hand is here? Why do you cut it like that? Then they make a dress. See where this is my hip. Then the hip of the dress is somewhere here. And I'm like, but you use tape. I don't get. What are you doing? Will I call that number again? For such a person, there's no need to continue the conversation. Anything she wants to pay you, she wants you to pay, just pay and go. Forget mental stress. One day I went to go and paint my nails, my toenails. The lady that usually does my nails was not around. So I entered another shop. The boy was using this cortical thing too. The next time, and I looked, see blood. He said, auntie, sorry. Next thing I saw, he slammed spirit on it. Bash. He said, sorry. Then I should keep my leg. I said, me. I said, how much is nail in this shop? Many years ago. He said 200 naira. I counted complete money. I gave to him. Started my car. I drove off. I said, if you see me here again, it's not nail. Cut my head off. Just amputate it from here, cut. If you ever see me, because I'm done with you. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that whatever it is you are doing as occupation must bring value. Many of us Nigerians, we love civil service. You know why? Work time is 8 o'clock. You come by 10:30 and you write 7:45. Then you go to the bank. Then you go to your child's school. Then you come back and say, has Oga come? Did Oga come? Did they say anything? No. Okay. You hang around. You tell them, tomorrow, I'm going to the market. I'm not coming to work. Oh. You say, no problem. You go on Wednesday, me, I will go. Then that's how, oh no, that's how civil services run. So you come, then when it's time for employment, in my office, I'm head of department. I have administrative staff, about 18. Of all this, I don't have a secretary. A bunch of incompetent people all over the place, doing work that can be done by 2 people. So you don't even have chairs for them to sit. If they all come to work, I have the head of the HOD's office, and then there's the other office outside, like a reception. There are only 4 chairs there. How do you accommodate 18 people? So you now say, okay, you go to this unit and help them with this. Assign them. They just play truant. And that is what many of us want. A job where you bring nothing to the table, you take a salary. Now, let me tell you what that does to you. It takes you from where you are down. You have no value. You have no skills. You have no abilities. You cannot contribute. I type my letters myself, because the trouble of getting one of them to type the letters is the energy demand is 5 times what it will cost me to type and print my letters. So I just do it. Now, many of us are praying for jobs, and actually that is what we want. A place where you can get free money. But take a look at the life of the career civil servants, those people. They live a certain borderline life. And they don't realize that it is they who have done that to themselves. A time comes when they retire, they get a gratuity, and they take the gratuity and they go and buy a shop somewhere and stock it. They do it for 2 months. By the 3rd month, the shop is dead. Because there are certain basic life skills that they have not acquired. So don't crave such things. If you happen to be occupied, that is the kind of job you have, you must be deliberate about personal development. You must be deliberate about how to occupy yourself when you're. You know what they do? They gather around, buy groundnut, gisting. The younger ones, they come with their phones, open YouTube, and are watching Osofia. Or then they will gather around, hunch around a small phone, and they're all watching. If you, ma, they come. Go and ask Dr. So and so to bring this for me. Yes, ma. They dash off. I came back and say, where did you stop? Where did you stop? Go back small, let me join. Wasted lives. When you go home, they say you went to work. What did you work? 0. Zap. A few among them, there was a young lady who used to be a cleaner in the ultrasound room in our hospital. Young lady. She was married. Her husband had a shop at the Mami market, and he used to sell pure water. So, you know, when you come for ultrasound, they'll ask you to drink water. So the patients will say, please go and buy water for me. So she will take money, run to her husband's shop, buy the water, bring it, give to them. After a while, she stopped running. She'll bring 5 bags of pure water and keep there. And she was selling the pure water there. After some time, she'll bring bottled water. How did I meet her? Later on, she was deployed to my department, and she was a junior staff. Fast forward to some years later, medical students, you know, in your consulting room, they come in batches, and you show them patients, and you're teaching them. You ask questions, they answer. So this young lady is answering me, and I'm asking questions. She's not accurate, but she keeps trying. She keeps trying. And I'm like, don't I know you from somewhere? She said, Chief, I'm the one that used to be in the investigation room. She's in 5th year medical school. I'm like, you kidding me? So I went to ask her around. He said, don't you know her? She was a cleaner. That's when they gave me her life history. How she used to sell pure water. Her husband is still selling the pure water. She has 5 children. She came into medical school. Next thing I see, she's my house officer. As we're sitting down now, she's writing exams to start residency training as a specialist. This is someone who sat in a place where her productivity was 0. Because what is a cleaner's job? You come, you sweep. You finish sweeping, you mop the place and get it ready before the clinic starts. And she does that, and she's sitting down, doing nothing except running petty errands like going to buy water for patients. But before my eyes, she's the kind of person that when I'm coming for a meeting like this, I should bring along. She's a real human being. I'm not telling you fables. And as at today, she has completed her house job. She's starting residency. Now, how do you expect that girl? Okay, I had an issue with my resident. She talked badly to my patient, and I had her head for it. Patient complained that she was rude to him. And I'm like, are you kidding? A man comes to you with a child with cancer, and you have the heart to scream at him. Hasn't life already screamed enough at him? Why do you want to contribute? Okay, let's do a game. Do you want to change places with him? You want to be the patient? He doesn't need to be. I will be the doctor. You bring your child, and you'll be running up and down, running up and down, running up and down. You're screaming at my patient. You do it, I will throw you out of the program. So she said, man, she's stressed. I said, you are stressed. Where do you get stress from? Now, let me define stress to you. I'm pregnant. I don't know I'm pregnant. Then, finally, I find out that this thing that is happening to me is pregnancy. And then, the belly is overlarge. And they say they don't know why the belly is big. And I'm a doctor. And I know 1,000 reasons why a woman's belly is bigger than it should be. So I think maybe the child has polyhybridinous. So these children have big head that is full of water. They make your belly big. And in the night I can't sleep. Satan is all over whispering, telling me what I'm going to give birth to. Somewhere along the line they say you are going to have twins. And I said, why did people think about that in the first place? Why are you thinking about all the bad things? And then I have the twins. And my mother is working. My mother-in-law is not around. And I give birth. I have 2 older children. My mother comes for 2 weeks and leaves. I tie one baby on my back, leave one, when I'm breastfeeding, I breastfeed one here and breastfeed one here and sit on an armchair. When I finish, tie one on my back and carry broom and sweep and cook because those that went to school are coming back and wash clothes and iron. And you are stressed? What is stress? Define stress. What is stress? Shut up, my friend. Don't talk when I'm talking. She said, Ma, are you serious? I said, do I look to you like I'm joking? Now, see what I'm saying, okay? Whatever it is that we call occupation must bring value. It must be a blessing. So you are braiding hair. You braid the hair, and they say, that auntie, her hand no pain. Everybody's bringing their little children to you, and you are braiding hair for them because the children don't cry when you braid. If I'm the one braiding, they will cry until blood comes out of their head. So it's not my calling. Okay? Now, the Lord will give you wisdom because sometimes we also labor foolishly. Everybody wants you to plait their child's hair. You are collecting to 200, to 200, to 200. Each one 2.5 hours, each one 2.5 hours. Are you normal? When you have collected that 200 naira, what are you going to do with it, if I may ask? On top of this Nigeria as it is now. So you say, okay, children below 1 year is 5,000. I'll braid what you'll carry for a month. I'll make it nice and you can carry it for a month. So it's valuable to you. Children between 2 to 5 years is 3,500. Children above 5 years is 3,000 naira. You will still be overwhelmed with work. You will still do charity for the ones you want to do charity. But you'll be able to walk out of there with something to contribute, add value to your life. Now, there's something called sympathetic billing. It's not business. If you were frying akara, early in the morning you fry akara, how much would you earn if you made maybe 1 pinta of beans and you fried it and you sold? That's the value of your time. There are different kinds. I do surgery. I do it. Maybe I work privately also. So there are different kinds of surgeries, and they're billed accordingly. The very basic surgery is to do cataract surgery. I know this is how much I earn from cataract surgery, and this is how much time it costs me to do 1 cataract. So if I do 10 cataracts, maybe 20 minutes each, I'll have spent 4 hours. This is how much I'll earn from doing 10 cataracts. But I spend that time doing 1 surgery, like this man's surgery I described to you. So it's not possible that I can bill the same thing for cataract surgery as that surgery. It means that the very minimum I can charge for that surgery, I hope I'm not falling off. The minimum I can charge for that surgery is the total of what I would have earned from doing this number of cataract surgeries during that duration. I don't know if you understand my thoughts. That is reasonable billing. Someone might say, well, that's very expensive. Yeah, I agree. But that's the value of my time. If it works for you, you take it. If it doesn't work for you, you leave it. I'm not the only surgeon on earth. Find someone else who can do it cheaper. The reason is that by the time I've labored like that at the prime of my career, a time will come where I cannot sit and bend over a patient's head for 6, 8, 12 hours. I'm too old for that. So I think about the future, and I think about who will stay and do that when I can't. So I train. Right? And you can go to my trainee, actually, and get surgery for 1/4 of that price. But when she has finished surgery, you'll still come back to me to fix it, because she'll spoil it. Right? So I put value on my enterprise. And I ensure that I am up to speed. I'm at par with because now I'm no longer competing with Nigerian ophthalmologists. I'm competing with my peers abroad. I'm saying, you don't have to go abroad. I can operate on you. You'll save the cost of your transport, your hotel bills, and your waiting time there. So half of my time when I'm not busy, I'm watching a YouTube video. I'm tracking. I have my guys across the globe that I follow. And you say, Rick Caesar says, this is how he does this one. Everybody puts their videos out there. You won't watch it because of no value to you, but I watch it and I am able to decipher this guy's technique is better than this one. Recently, I saw a video where I had done an old lady, 5 different procedures on her eye. And everything went well except for one. And I saw a colleague's video and I realized that what I did was very different from what he did. And what he does gives instant results there. So I was like, ouch, okay, noted. Now, I'm saying that whatever it is you're doing, you've got to bring value. If someone has paid you for something, says, oh, bake me this cake, and the birthday is on Wednesday, and for some reason you thought it was Thursday, you can't come and tell me they didn't get the cake. Oh, I've already bought flour. I've already spent the money. You are just silly. What you should do is, Oga, please don't be angry. Can you give me an hour? And you call your friend, your colleague, who bakes nice cakes also. What do you have? I need to come to your place and take this cake now. And you go and take it, and you don't make a dime. And you deliver. That is a loss. Your friend has earned the money, but it's your mess. You clean it up and you clean it up properly. Your customer shouldn't frown away from you. Are you following me? Now, so I've said that you need to add value. I want to say something about quick money. We tried to talk about it earlier. But the scriptures from Genesis through to Revelation, God is against quick money. And so you must hate quick money. How many of us lost money during MMM? God bless you. You know MMM never ends. Which one failed again? CPEC. Now, I want to tell you something. Sure, you know that there are some people. Hello? Are you with me? There are certain people who have never lost money to a Ponzi scheme. They've never. They are 50, 60 years old. It's not as if they didn't have the money to invest. It's not as if they hate money. But they hate quick money. Now, I'll tell you a story about a friend. Her father was a massive trader. Are you with me? Listen up. Her father was a massive trader in the Cameroons. And he had a shop. In his shop, there was a place like this. You know, like a decking. And it ran all the way from beginning to the end. You come to his shop, you forget your umbrella. They had a stool, they throw it up there. You forget your handbag. Tomorrow you come, okay, please. I don't know, I had one blue umbrella, I forgot it. It was raining when I came, but he said, see that chair, climb. If your own is there, you collect it. If your own is there, I don't know where your own is. But his boys can never, he'll kill you for it. Touch anything he threw up. He said it doesn't belong here. It's not ours. Don't touch it. Some of those things stayed there for 20 years. The guy doesn't care. If somebody comes 40 years later, if you left it in this shop, it will be there. This man is not a Christian. No. I'm talking about the principles by which people discipline their lives, discipline their businesses. What was his argument? He said, policemen, they collect a gunja on the road. Have you seen policemen's children? You know any? Usually not okay. They're generally not normal. Some careful policemen, that's money that they collect on the road. It does not go to their house. They never use it for school fees. Never use it for, they use it to pursue woman, to buy drink, dash out. But they don't mix it. And these are people that are not Christians. So, Bible says this generation, the children of this world in their generation are wiser than the children of light. You, somebody bought something for you. You said 5,000. The person transferred 50,000. You said, "Oh, see, the Lord is good." You should pick up your phone and call the guy and say, "Oh, guy, I said 5,000. I didn't say 50,000." He'll say, "Hey, now wow, okay, send me 40,000." You're like, "Okay, thank you, sir." You send it. Or if you have sense, you tell the guy, "Oh, guy, my money is 5,000. Transfer is 45,000 back." What does it do? It sends a signal to this man that you are not a thief. It also registers a signal in heaven that you are not a thief. The reason is that the curse of the Lord is in the house of the thief. So there is a demand for righteousness above the level of the Pharisees in your transaction with your clients. I've said that whatever you are doing, you must bring value to society. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what you're doing. I've said that there are certain things that you must not do in the name of longer throat for money. You go and be working for an abortion clinic. Those of us who are doctors, some of my peers, the first thing they do is to learn to abort safely. So they just go down the road to some place. You carry belly, you come and wash them. You carry belly, you 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Ask them, that money you made from abortion, where is it? You come in and bring what will pollute the waters of your soul, waters of your life. You pollute it. But the children of this world, they won't pollute their own. They have sense. So there are certain things that you shouldn't touch with a pole. There are certain things you shouldn't go near for any reason under the sun. If poverty is going to kill me in this Abuja, die honorably. If it is poverty that will kill you in this Abuja, die. It's like you telling me that, things were rough, so you went into prostitution. How? Because it's business, is it not? What are you talking? So there's some things that you shouldn't touch. And the Christian girl who was working for a cigarette company. I'm like, cigarette? What are you saying? That we should patronize you? Because you were working for them, you'll be selling your products now. How are you going to market it? You bring it to fellowship and say, Benson Hedges is good. So please, don't let poverty give you instructions. One day, I called my husband and I said, look, wealth and poverty are two sides of the same coin. It came to me as understanding that you are poor, it's the Lord. You are rich, it is also the Lord. That's why Paul said, I know how to abase and to abound. I know how to chop money in this world. I know where they sell the freshest fish, the pepperiest chicken grill. I know. And if I want to chop money, I know where to chop it. But when the money is not there, I know how to package myself. I know how to arrange my soup. In fact, I learned one skill those days from one of my friends. She said, meat is expensive. That she used to buy goat leg and use it to cook soup. I said, goat leg. Goat leg is expensive. She says, not that one you are talking, it's the other one. The one they are matching on the ground. I said, They used to buy, she said they used to sell it $1.50 kobo for two. 150 naira for two. Meanwhile, a kilo of meat was 1,002. That she will carry, the man will cut it, each leg into 5. And then when you boil it, it will be a full pot of meat. And goats can smell. The whole yard will be smelling your goat. Then she will cook her soup. And when you put it in the soup, it doesn't look like jaga jaga something. It looks like big, big pieces of meat. You put 3 for this person. Anything you can eat out of it, good luck. And that's the end of the news. And I'm like, this is managing poverty. Because you cannot afford 1,500 naira. Now meat is how much? 7,000. There are many ways to kill a rat. But when money comes, there's many ways to chop it. But when it's not there, arrange yourself accordingly. You can't afford bobo for your children. What do they drink? Chivita, bikiniko. You can't afford that one. Make zobo. Put inside small something. Make it into ice cream. Give your child, say, I brought ice cream to school. And the child, everybody's coming to beg for her own. Calm down. Farabale, calm down. Praise the Lord. We're talking about quick money. If you search the scriptures, everything that the scriptures say about quick money is something that God hates. And if he hates it, you should. Any source of income that you don't have to labor is not likely to be godly. You see people that say I work remotely, I earn in dollars. Have you seen them? They're writing essays for companies in Germany. Is it labor? Is it labor? Of course it's labor. Are they earning genuine money? Are they thieves? This person has valued your time and your contribution to his system. And you have agreed with him, I write this essay for you, I create content for you, you pay me this much. It's labor. Wole Soyinka earn money by writing. You are earning money by writing. Some other people are earning money by plaiting hair. You are earning money by plaiting hair. But for goodness sake, you are doing something. And you are contributing something to a system for which you are being rewarded. That's how money is earned. But if somebody tells you, bring 100,000, we put it inside this business. After 2 weeks, we give you 200,000. How did he get the 200,000? Question number one. Question number two, if money is like that, why didn't you give it to your mother? Why? Wait now. If I had a means, something that gives me money at that rate, I won't tell you. I will do for my mother, my brother, my sister, and I will settle all the people that have been transferring money to since. I give all of them. Then I'll be like, you'll now be like, Sister, please now, these are a bit rough. I say, okay, come, let me show you something. I'll put 50,000 in this thing for you. And it's your name. It will be coming to you. Whatever comes out, just take it. You'll be like, hey, yeah, thank you. That's what I'll do. But instead, they tell you, go, call your yard people, call your uncle, call your brother, collect money from. There was one girl, a doctor. She collected money from people to the tune of whether 50-something million naira. Then she was doing it, was working, she was doing it, was working. Of course, one day, whoosh, the thing don't blow. That's how she ran. They were EFCC, SSS, Kiniko, everybody was looking for her. One day they called her friend on the phone and said, they were tracking her phone. And they found out that she was chatting with this girl. So they came to Abakaliki and called the girl and said, delivery, you have a delivery for you, Miss So-and-so. So she came out of her hostel. And she entered, as she came out, they pushed her inside the Sienna with like 6 men. They carried her. There was a woman there. She said, she felt she had been kidnapped. It turns out that it was EFCC, Abi SSS, Abi Kiniko. The woman brought her change of clothes and said, where is your friend? She said, it's in Abuja. They said, okay, we are going to Abuja in the morning. They came to Abuja. They told, call your friend, tell her you are coming for vacation, you're coming to holiday. So like, wow, okay, I'll come and pick you at the park. And they were supervising the call. Immediately she landed the park. The girl came to pick her. They collected the girl, put in the car, put her in a bus, told her go home. End of story. Where is 56 million? She's scratching her head. So some of the people she had taken money from were big people. And they had put her out, as in dead or alive, bring her. So it turns out that it was a Ponzi scheme. The thing had bust. Another one I want to talk about is selling things. Tianshi. Forever living. Forever dying. Kiniko. If you want toothpaste, go and buy it and brush your teeth. One day there was a young girl who says to me, come and join Forever. I told them, please leave me alone. Leave me. I don't do. This girl harassed my life. Oh, she said I should bring 125,000. That she's going to do my downline. This one. Kiniko, see temptation. One day I carried my money. My husband said, leave these people. I said, only let's just give. It doesn't mean anything. I gave her 120K. She collected the money. So I called her. I said, madam, where's my money? She said, that I should gather people in my house for breakfast meeting, that she will come and talk to them. I said that was not the agreement. Small doctor girl. Oh. She was like 10 years my junior at the time. I'm like, are you talking to me? The girl went wild. As in one day, she was like, I beg, I shouldn't stress her life. Kiniko, kiniko. I said, me. Okay. I said, anyway, I don't blame you. It's not your fault. It is me. And this is my longer truth. This is my truth that was stretching to go and enter what is not my business that has brought this on me. So I turned to the Lord. I said, excuse, I'm sorry. I very sorry. I didn't do again. So if you like, offer me 100 billion that is not listening to you. I don't want. Because it's not a sustainable business, number one. The second thing, sometimes they come to you and they say this drug. I don't know which one is drug again. There are many things they sell as drug, supplements. One day, two times. And I need you to know that this is temptation. Okay? I'm a doctor. My colleague lives in Aba. He told me he makes at least 4 million every 3 weeks from this drug that he's selling and that he wants to put me in line. I said, no, I will not sell. He said, anybody you tell will agree. I said, yes, that is why I will not sell. The next time, my co-wife, lab scientist, young lady, came to my office, came to my clinic and said, this drug is called whether Bright Eyes or whether something, supplement. That the drug that their testimonies, it cures cataract, it cures glaucoma, it cures HIV, it cures hellfire, it cures everything, clinical. And that, listen to what she said to me. She said, you know you're an ophthalmologist. Anybody you tell will buy it. I said, exactly my point. That is the reason why God will surely punish me and punish my entire generation if I ever do this. Because I'm abusing privilege. I'm a doctor. I've sworn an oath. My responsibility is to do good. If I want to scam my patients, I will tell them, buy this drug. Well, once I say, because I write prescriptions, and anything I write, they buy. So if I write this, they will buy it. So it's a grave responsibility. I cannot handle it carelessly and abuse that, privilege that has been put on my life. So I'm sorry, I can never do this. This is what will send me to hellfire straight. I don't want that kind of money. She felt betrayed. In fact, she didn't talk to me for a while. And that was okay. Fine. No problem. So God doesn't want us to take advantage of people. He doesn't. You do it, he'll punish you. And when he's kind to you, he will make you know that he has punished you. You will look at your life and you see this thing is directly related to this thing. If he wants to ignore you, many times you don't know. You just see scatter all over you and you can't even put your finger on where the problem is coming from. So let's be careful the things that we get involved in. Whatever it is you're doing, you're setting out to do, make sure that it is a blessing to somebody else. Make sure it's adding value to the system. You decide you want to teach lesson. You want to teach mathematics. You say, okay, 20,000 or 40,000 for an hour. You gather children or you go to their homes. If you're going to your home, this is what it costs. If you're coming to my place, this is what it costs. You decide, and your pricing has to be reasonable. I have an issue with us when we do over-sympathetic pricing. You are just feeling sorry for people. And the painful thing is that you are not feeling sorry for yourself. Because you have problems. But you are not calculating your problem. You are calculating somebody else's problem. My teacher said to me one day, you must never hold brief for another man's pocket. Sometimes we're doctors. This patient requires this treatment, but this treatment is expensive. And so you decide, let's do this other one. How do you know what is... Because she wore jaga cloths to come to this thing. You don't know who is beating drum for her to dance. The day I saw the governor's mother, honestly, you walk past her in the market. Nothing, there's no air, nothing. She's just ordinary. So if she had come to my clinic and she didn't tell me that she was the governor's mother, I wouldn't know. Then I'll write a prescription. And I say, this woman can't afford this one. This is what she needs, but I can't write it. Let me write this other one. Then one day, Yawa will get some. My God said, you must never hold brief for somebody else's pocket. If the patient tells you, sorry, I can't afford this, you find an alternative, but not before then. Now, you have this service you want to render. Calculate what is reasonable. You must decide from this, what will I take home for my family? And then what is the cost of the service? What will it cost me to deliver this service? When you've calculated it and added that to what you want to take home from them, maybe you cannot decide, oh, I want to plait a child's hair and that I'm going to collect my house rent from this child. It's not possible. You can only collect your house rent from maybe 30 or 40 children. You plan it accordingly. But you cannot collect house rent from one child. But if you say, okay, I'm going to make jollof rice with beans or something, and this is what it will cost, that I'm going to go out to plait hair today, but whatever it is I earn, must be able to cook that food. So you say, okay, this number of hours I'm going to spend, and I'm going to come home. This is what I'm going to charge. So you've given thought to your billing, right? Now, your billing cannot be unreasonable. So you cannot say, I'm going to earn this one hair I want to plait is going to be my house rent in Apple. It's not going to work, okay? Praise the Lord. Righteousness. Now, 1 hour is not enough time to talk about how to build your business or build your career. So I would recommend, I listened to a few messages Pastor Oyedepo preached. And if you look on YouTube, you'll find a wide series of things about, in that area, he's talked about, and they're very poignant. Everything every other person says is probably bits and pieces of stuff that they've learned from him, because a lot of people have listened. So you should just go and sit, binge something about discipline, something about time management, something about, there's lots and lots of stuff. If you search along those lines, you will find, and you should sit and listen. You know, the culture of reading is rapidly being eroded. But God is helping us because we can have audios, right? So you're driving as a habit. I drive to work for 1 hour, or maybe an hour and 10. And as a habit, before when I start my car, I put on my phone, open who I want to listen to for today, and I put it on play, and I start my journey. So it's running, and so that time that I spend traveling to work is not wasted. I don't have energy or time to be abusing keke people who are blocking the road and not allowing me to pass. I'm feeding myself. Our sister yesterday talked about playing scriptures at night. It's a good habit. My husband is like, this woman, every day we are playing message, and then in the night, I'm the one that is coming to switch off your phone. I say, it's you that is awake, off it. Me, I've slept. And then, I used to have this thing about not being able to sleep. I'll come to lie down to sleep, and I can't sleep. So, I'm like, Satan, it's you that will be first tired. So I decide, okay, today we are going to listen to David Pawson. If you listen to this guy, you will love him. I've never seen someone that teaches scriptures like that man. I just wonder how his brain was formed. But I'm not sure it's the same kind of brain all of us have. He will go step by step, by step, by step. And he said, the last time we were talking about this, I remember I told you A, B, C. We continue from there. I'm like, okay, today let's face David. And you put it to play. I've listened maybe 45 minutes. Your sister, don't sleep. Tomorrow when I wake up, I continue from where I stop. I can't keep myself. Praise the Lord. But you see, that is how we redeem time. And when you have a project ahead of you, it's important that you have knowledge. I think I'll say this and I'll close. You are planning to start a business, you're planning to start a career or whatever it is you need to start. The first thing you need to do is to withdraw. You want to get married. You are getting married. You don't know the first thing about marriage except that they should buy you flowers on Valentine's Day. Excuse me. When they buy the flower, what are you going to do with it? So please now let's stop. Let's just stop being silly. All sorts of foreign cultures that we are importing and making a religion out of. They bring you now have heaps of nuisance all over your house. Okay, if you're buying flowers and they are not perishable flowers and you can put them and use them as decoration in your house, is fine. But these fresh roses, that one is, and you see how much they're paying for this thing. What is that? If you don't like it, if you like roses, enjoy yourself. Please, nobody should buy for me. Honestly, you will give me back that money that same day. Praise the Lord. So I'm saying that it's important that you spend time, and I'm strongly recommending that you follow David Oyedepo in terms of time management, self-discipline, business, study, blah, 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 all of that. You're a student, or you should learn how to package your life. Because that way you become efficient and you don't make, in life, certain things you will learn after you've made mistake. Right? I had to binge on Grey's Anatomy and it literally destroyed my house. Hey, this brethren, my God. See, that thing has destructive abilities. And I've told you, if you allow it to destroy you, then it is you who is a fool. So the whole idea with seeking knowledge, pursuing knowledge, is so that this person has told you, you have learned it. Then you are ready to come and invest money. But if you just jump now, you say, oh, you want to start tailoring business. You go and buy a weaving machine, sewing machine, electric this. You spend 20 million, 25 million, pack it. One man has carried all the savings and bought something and kept inside shop for you. Then you now come and sit in the shop and you are looking at it. You will call one boy from Togo. He will come and sew. After 2 days, somebody else will poach him and he's gone. Your shop has collapsed. All sorts of machines are sitting down there looking at you. My father said something to me. He said, you must never pay anyone to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. So if you're going to hire tailors from Togo, Ghana, and all whatnot, the first thing you need to do is invest in yourself. Go and sit down and learn to cut. Because one day the boy will call your bluff and walk away. When he walks away, you need to sit on that machine and do that job better than him. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, they will continue to blackmail you. And they say, this madam, it's only shout. She knows how to shout. Ordinary to cut thread, she cannot cut. See the list of fabric. Come here and be forming pass maga for me. I beg, free me job. She's too troublesome. You're like, Oga, you need to meet these deadlines. We have said this, we have said that. But when you start sewing, you sew and you see, oh, I can't meet up with the demand. You bring somebody else. You are cutting, he's sewing. You are sewing, he's cutting. Clinical, you are doing. You tell the guy, Oga, I'll pay you per cloth. For every dress you make, I'll give you 3K. If you want to make 10 dresses, if you do adjustment on the dress, I'll cut 500 naira from your money. Because sometimes you bring these guys, they'll be doing mass production, all your customers are complaining. Sit down. The inside of, see, if you're a good tailor, when I turn your dress inside and I turn your dress outside, I shouldn't tell the difference. If you see good clothes that you buy abroad, that's how they are. You hang the dress inside, you just know this is not the color of this dress. You realize, oh, this is the back, because it's neat. And they take the pains. And then you buy that dress, 400K, 150K. Then they'll come to your shop and be pricing you 700, 800. It's because when I wear your own, thread is following me. Every day I'm carrying scissors, cutting thread all over your dress. Because you didn't learn properly. So, slow down. Don't be long-throating for money. Sharp. There's a season that you should go under. You should learn. Oh, I make parfait. You make your own parfait. It's nice. People are eating it. Then they say there's another one. It's in one place. You go there. The girl says, pay 200. I will teach you. Pay the money. Learn it. By the time you combine the one you know before, the one you learned from her, There are even ways that you can manipulate the thing. It comes out the same way, but yours is far cheaper than hers in terms of production. And then you realize that even the clientele, there's someone whose supply is, she's supplying her own only to Aso Rock. So she's charging this amount. And you are supplying your own in Nasarawa. You want to charge what they are charging in Aso Rock. It will spoil in your fridge, don't worry. All of them will be rotten. So you need to be creative and learn until you become a master in this thing. Don't go first